Welcome to the Sports World 1869, a world so large you're a part of it whether you know it or not. In today's video, I'm going to be responding to JR Sports Brief's latest video. Well, it's not really latest, it came out about 3 weeks ago. But anyways, I wanted to respond to it for a while anyhow. And that video is Mike Trout versus Giancarlo Stanton. You know, who is better? Before I start this response to JR Sports Brief's latest video, I just want to say that I don't hate the man. I think he's very talented, and this is not a instigator for a fight. I just feel that the analysis he gave for the two players, both Mike Trout and Giancarlo Stanton, was kind of simplistic, and I feel that the discussion about who's the best player in baseball and who you should be comparing is much more complicated than just taking two players who happen to be very good and throwing them out there. So for this response video, I'm actually going to go into more depth about those two players, and I think players who would be better compared to them. And I will end with a question you can answer yourselves about it. So my initial problem with the video is the initial comparison between Mike Trout and Giancarlo Stanton. I know they're outfielders, I know they're MVP competitors and contenders, but they're not really that similar if you think about it. And to give you a better understanding, let's compare Trout to actual players who are similar to him. First, let's go to Andrew McCutchen, the former MVP of 2013. He hits home runs, he steals bases, and he's a fantastic fielder. And in fact, many people think he's a better center fielder than Mike Trout. And when they say better, by the way, they mean both hitting and fielding, just for the record. And there's also another player named Adam Jones, another center fielder, plays great defense, hits the ball hard, can hit home runs. Those are players that, in my opinion, are more comparable to Mike Trout because they play the same position. They're all five-tool players, and one actually was an MVP. Stan has yet to win an MVP, but if he plays well, he should get it at some point. Now, who can we compare to Giancarlo Stanton? How about Jose Bautista? Great fielder, home run power kind of guy. Bautista's 50 home run days are long gone. Actually, it only happened once. But he's still a great fielder and a good power guy. And I feel like Stanton, who's a lot bigger, is kind of similar to Bautista. Some other players who don't play the outfield as well, or at all, are like Chris Carter, Miguel Cabrera, and Nelson Cruz. They all are big power guys who hit home runs, and even Bryce Harper has got massive power. Did you see his 463-foot home run? I mean, that's the kind of man he is. These guys aren't fantastic fielders, but they have great power. And when I think of Stanton, I think of power, not 5'2". When I look at the comparison between Mike Trout and Stanton, I'm confused, mostly because of that. I feel that Mike Trout is a five-tool base-stealing kind of guy, and Giancarlo Stanton is a power hitter. And if he follows the same path as people before him, like Richie Sexson and Adam Dunn, he probably will be mostly known for his power and very little of anything else as his career goes on. But he's in better shape than both those guys were in their prime, so we'll see how that goes. But the point I'm trying to make here is Stanton's a power guy, Trout is a five-tool kind of guy. Which kind of makes the question silly, because who would you rather have on your team? Mike Trout, because he can just do more. He's a five-tool player. Stan's not a five-tool player. That's another reason why this discussion is kind of stupid, because you're comparing one guy who can do it all and one guy who really can't. And that's why I don't get the discussion at all. That's why if I was asked a question, I would say, who would you rather have on your team for center field? Would you rather have Andrew McCutchen, Adam Jones, or Mike Trout? And for the right field, would you rather have Bautista, Stan, or Nelson Cruz? I wouldn't say Chris Carter or Miguel Cabrera because they don't play the field at all or well to begin with. But when you compare it to the right field, those are the guys I would prefer having. And if you ask me, I would rather have McCutchen over Trout, but I would have Stan over Nelson Cruz and Jose Bautista. So my question to you is, who would you rather have on your team? For center field, Andrew McCutchen, Mike Trout, or Adam Jones? And for the right field, who would you rather have? Bautista, Cruz, or Giancarlo Stanton? And for a bonus, a question that I've heard many people discuss, who would you rather have in general? Bryce Harper or Chris Bryant? Both young, up-and-coming power hitters who will most likely both play their careers in the outfield. In Harper's case, because he is an outfielder, and in Bryant's case, because there's a guy named Addison Russell. Anyways, those are my thoughts on the video that JR Sports Brief made. Once again, not to start a fight, but I feel his analysis was kind of limited, lacking in many ways. So I just wanted to fill in the gaps of what I felt and think about the situation. I want to hear your thoughts as well. Please leave a comment in the comment section below. If you liked the video, please throw some heat at the like button. Thanks for watching and have a great day.